We are back with Isaac, and we did well last time. Unlocked something as Tainted Eve. What would be as lucky this time? Anyone who votes yes on the channel points prediction that's going on right now will be... it's not the run, it's the session. Just to be clear, it's not the run. Although that said, there is a ton of stuff we could unlock as Tainted Lost because it's an empty post-it note. And we got the upgrade even though it didn't work out last time we randomed Tainted Lost. The holy cards are supposed to appear more often. Thanks, I love damage downs for infinite range, but still. And I come bearing stories and also a little game to play. So story wise, we have what I got up to on my day off as per usual. I also have a grievance of a neighbourly variety. I think that's about it. No, and a story tangentially connected to Sora being stupid. So, which one of those three sounds most appealing? Instantly two Soras, okay. I'm gonna go back and see if I get small rock from that tinted rock. Yeah, there was two tinted rocks. Did I pick right? Did I pick wrong? We'll probably never know. Unless I get another bomb. Yeah, it's super useful as the Tainted Lost. Sora story? Okay, well, part of what I did on my day off when I was actually doing something productive is I noticed that some of the lighting inside the case of my PC has actually come loose. So I was like, well, I better see if I can fix that. Also, I don't think I've ever opened up the inside of my PC. I clean the back of it and front of it quite often. But never like gotten into the guts since I moved in here, which is when I got the PC. So I was like, I should probably like shut it off, give it a deep clean. So I did, although I think the lights have still come a bit loose again. So, also, the other reason I did it is I occasionally hear like the computer make kind of like a, I don't know if I would call it a clicking noise. And I'm not sure why it was doing that. I thought it was because of the lights, but I've kind of fixed it now and it still does it occasionally, so I don't know. I've had a standard hard drive fail on me before, so I know what that sounds like. It doesn't sound like that. I've got an SSD and a normal one in this. It's just like an occasional like clatter, kind of like two thin bits of plastic hitting on each other. And I don't know what it is, and that's why it was kind of bugging me. But it gave me an excuse to clean the inside of the PC thoroughly, which it needed. I do have, I plan to play it, yeah. I'll play the Midnight Suns game, for sure. But either way, so I was under my desk, unscrewed it's got a glass front panel where the light shines through, which is the red light. If you've ever seen the red light in my tabletop videos and wondered what the hell the red light is, that's my case. So I unscrewed the glass case and I was under my table, on my knees, well on my side really. And Sora sees this and she decides that must mean that you want to play, right? So she started throwing toys at my feet while I was busy trying to clean, and I had a mask on because of all the dust, and I had my canister of compressed air, I had a duster, I had a towel, I had everything. I was doing a very thorough job. And she just would not stop giving me the toy. So eventually I got a little bit annoyed with her and I was like, I kept on saying to her, no, like, stay. Like, I didn't want her to move because every time she looked at me she would move forwards. But apparently along the line, somewhere along the line, she's decided that stay means get closer. And I realised afterwards I usually tell her to wait. I don't think I ever taught her stay because I always said wait for whatever reason. So every time I would say stay, she'd get a little bit closer and I'd be like, no, stay. And then she'd go like, you mean closer? And then she'd be like standing on my legs and I'm like, no, stay. And she's like, closer? And she walked even closer on top of me and I'm like, no, go over there and stay there. At which point she nuzzled against my face and started licking at it like, oh, you want more attention? And she wouldn't leave me alone for the duration. Adorable in a way, but also stupid because she thinks stay means get closer to and do the opposite. No, I want this one because the other one does nothing for us. Thank you, Rydog, for using your Twitch Prime again and for reminding me that June is almost over, so Twitch Primes will be ready. They don't auto-renew, and I know times are tough, but Twitch Prime, if you have it, is a free way to help support me.
Did you see that, Zack?
Oh hey, and the Juiciest Kriab has returned and also shown that Twitch Prime is a thing that you have. We trained her wrong as a joke. I didn't realise that I never taught her the word stay. It's just, I guess I just always said wait. Because I make her wait for when I put meals down. I'm like, wait, and then I put the meal down and say okay, although honestly, her nose is already heading towards the food before I say that. But still, I'm in the habit of doing it, so I say wait as I put down food for her, but I never taught her stay. Which is an oversight that I just never thought about. Because she knows commands, like she knows if I tell her to go to her cage, she'll go to her cage. Hell, she knows what I mean if I say 1 more hour. So she is capable of understanding like quite complex commands. Just sometimes I think she chooses to ignore them on purpose. Yoink. Yoink. I should look in the shop now that I think about it, because there could be another holy card in there. It's the only place to get a guaranteed one occasionally. Yeah, we took Maya to puppy classes, like me and family, and she learned how to do sit, lie, roll over. That's like the basic thing they teach you. Sora knows lie down, because when she's like unsure where to sit when she gets on the bed at night, I say to her like lie down, and she'll usually just collapse into a ball or lay down next to me. But I think she's got a very, like, because of how jittery and energetic she is, like if she's focused on something else, she will not listen. Like if she's out the back and barking at someone, she's not going to listen to me saying, hey, come inside. Because she's got a one-track mind, and usually that one-track mind, if she's barking, is hard to shift. Well, that's a problem. I didn't expect it to jump the way it did. It's a shame because we've actually been getting really good items. There is a chance that a holy card will just drop, but oh yeah, I forgot this character's supposed to get good items. But the tree or class it drops from does not include 9 lives. You're terrible at this game, you and me both. So that was my Sora story. It was mostly just a little side ramble on the fact that I had, well, I didn't have to, but I decided to clean my PC, and now I can't unhear when it clicks. If it does it during the stream, I'll tell you, and that's despite having noise cancelling headphones on. So I backed up like important files today as well, like all my banking that or my, you know, my monthly stuff for taxes that I do. I backed all that up and whatnot, just in case. If the worst happens and I have some kind of catastrophic hard drive failure or whatever on this PC, I've got a backup one. The old one I had before this one. It's not great, but it would mean I wouldn't have to stop streaming for a while. So as long as I have my files, it's fine. So I should look into whether or not you can save like presets for Streamlabs. Like, is that in an online account? I don't think it is. Well, it might be an excuse if anything did happen to get new like alerts and whatnot. What is tax that sounds available? Are you Yoshi? Right, we need the shop. It's probably just something clicking, or maybe one of the fans is broken or something. Cleaning away the dust will certainly help if there was any kind of temperature issues. Not that I've had any kind of temperature issues, but you know, just in case. If I do ever get another, well, hopefully one day I will get another PC. It will definitely not live in the same place as this current one, because it is a pain in the arse getting into it. It is not what I thought through when setting up this office. There's things I would do different in hindsight. Turnip Boy also committed tax fraud. Tax fraud. Yep, exactly one fraud. Oh, that made things so much worse. Oh, I think Holy Card has a different back, so there was no chance of that actually being it, unfortunately. Well, we're probably boned then. Let's go give it the old college try anyway. That's the nice thing about fraud, you don't need to purchase it. Also, the moral of the story is clean the insides of your PC fairly often. Compressed air is a good start. Make sure it has proper air circulation, etc, etc. There's your moral for the day. Oh crap. Oh, that's cool! I wish I'd done that sooner so we could see it more. That is a cool effect. Oh, we lived. Bigger laser? No, the tears are the effect. Okay. Fraud cannot be purchased with goods and services, no. What does Birthright do for this character? I don't know. I would hope it gives like permanent Holy Mantle or something, but that sounds too useful, so probably nothing. Probably just kills you and then gives you the middle finger. Can't tell if that's a tinted rock or not. No, it's not. So that's it for that story. Computer cleaning, sorrow related. So would you like the... oh no. Would you like the game I had planned? The neighbourly story? Or the other stuff I got up to on my day off? Can these have holy cards? Probably not. No. I'll donate a little bit. Oh, mixer. No, you don't. Well, I guess you can say I don't care what it is, it's fine. You can tell Tombury. It's very unlikely I'll get it. Hello, D-Soldier. Feels like it's been a while. Oh, and thank you for resubbing. I'm going to perv your stats. I'm sorry. I want to press your stats. Let me see here. You've been following since February 10th, 2018. You've had 999 plus messages. You've had 1 timeout. Probably Nightbot. You were last here... is this written American style, so 10-9 would actually be 9-10? 2 years ago. Wow. It has been a while. I've looked at your file. It all rerolls any item that isn't beneficial. The item shouldn't be in the bloody run for the lost. Ah, crap. Well, there goes another chance at a holy card. Alright, the neighbourly story is I was... well, today is bin day, put them out last night. Happened to nip to the shops this morning, and I was like, I'm just going to take a little look inside my bin, make sure everything's copacetic. Glad I did, because some person, and it must have been a neighbour because there was a few bags, put a few bags of rubbish in the bin. Now that on its own probably isn't too bad. I had room in my bin, but I also do find it an invasion of personal bins. They should have asked my permission, is what I'm saying. But this was doubly bad because it was filled with stuff that doesn't go in the normal rubbish. It was filled with recycling, which means if the binmen had looked in the bin, and they're supposed to, and if they'd saw that, they would have refused my service and not picked it up for another 2 weeks. And it would have been my problem to deal with, not whoever was lazy and decided to use my bin. And I'm glad I did what I did, which was I lifted them out and put them to one side, because it's not my rubbish. Because the binman did indeed leave it. But I wish I knew who did it. To not only think, it's fine if I use someone else's bin, but also to knowingly put in stuff that would get rejected. Like, I've had that happen before with my bin, where like it's the reason I got locks for my bin actually, which are very expensive. Some drunk asshole dropped like 3/4 of a pizza in my bin once, and I didn't realise, and service didn't get collected. Oh, that was close. Because the binman opened that, saw a still damp pizza box, and was like, "This person's trying to throw recycling in the normal bin." Definitely is under no other scenario. Anyway, my point is I want to know which asshole tried to use my bin like that, and I want them to have an, not like die, but maybe like lose a hand or something. No, just a little bit of pain. Plus inconvenience for the rest of their life, if possible. I can't put a paint bomb in my bin, because the bin still needs to get collected. I don't have any issue with the binman. Well, I do kind of. From that pizza box thing, they should have known that it wasn't my rubbish and just like put it aside. I know that's not in their job description, but help a human out. Bad knees for them. I know what that feels like. I'm doomed to have that at some point. Hello, Daniel. If I could put a CCTV at my... You know what? I probably could from this office, actually. But I think that's crossing a line into like creepy territory. And also maybe a little bit overly obsessive regarding bins. But they get picked up so infrequently. If someone messes with my service, it's my problem, not theirs. And it's down to their laziness. I doubt it's because they didn't have enough room in their bin. Because I looked at the other bins, not in them to be fair, but I looked at the other bins and they didn't seem that full. Like, there was none overflowing, which is also a reason bins get refused here. If your bin is so full that you can't close it properly, they don't take it. Which I am aware is a bit of an oxymoron, but that's the way it works. It's like, oh, you have a lot of rubbish, therefore we're not going to collect your rubbish. Sorry, I was on a rant there. Thank you, Lord Psychon, for 63 months with a tier 1 sub. Those 63 minutes are adding up to that year. So that was my old man yells at clouds for the day. That happened today. That wasn't anything about my off day. Just, I don't... Like, I wouldn't walk past someone else's bin. You know the exception if you're walking your dog and it poops and you don't want to carry the poop bin? You can put it in someone's general waste because that's where it goes. But to put... It was 3 full bags of recycling that doesn't go in the general waste. That's someone knowingly making their problem my problem. And I don't like that. Shakes fist at sky. Exactly, that's what I'm doing. Careful. Oh, the black holes might make this... Yep. Damn it. I got killed by my own item.
Holy crap.
Well, that was a good run though. We'll stick with it for the rest of the session, but I wouldn't... If you bet on yes, you're in for a bad time. Because we had a lot of good stuff there and we're not going to get that again. And Little Haunt ain't... Actually, does Little Haunt even do anything? Because don't you need to get hit? No, you just have a very small attack range. Fair enough. Alright, we need a break from all the old man yells at clouds to play the little game I wanted to cook up. I got a little collection from Amazon of like 50 assorted savoury and sweet Japanese candies, most of which I've had before over the years. But there's one I hadn't heard of and I have it sitting in front of me. You're not allowed to Google because that'd be cheating. It's called Fujiya Home Pie. And I haven't opened it, but I can tell you for a fact it's a biscuit of some kind based on how it feels because it ain't a sponge. And I don't know what it's going to taste of, so I would like you to guess. And I will open it and try it. Share candy? No. Most of it is savoury, which is what I wanted. I tried, there was like really thin, almost rice cracker-esque curry crisps. Not very many, which is another nice thing. Their portions are small. Oh, I bet that could be an impressive card. And they were bloody delicious. But any more than what they gave you and it would taste sickly. So they give you the just the right amount. Tastes like purple, pain, home. I'm gonna guess that it tastes like some kind of like caramel pie, probably. Cherry? It's got like wheat stalks on the thing. I don't know if that helps or not. After this boss fight I'll open it and give it a quick try. Because it just says home pie, exactly one home pie. But I don't know if it means it in the American sense. You know, like your apple pie and whatnot. It won't mean it in the British sense. It's not going to taste like a steak pie or a cottage pie or anything. Not great items. Right, let's see what this is. Butter is a popular flavour, very true. Wasabi, probably not. Oh. They're not biscuit-like. They're... How did I describe this? I don't know. A sugary, wafery biscuit crisp? Kinda? Yeah, it's sugar. The outside's very sweet. Sorry for the chewing. It tastes of sugary puff pastry. Yeah, puff pastry. That's what it tastes of. Not sure if I like that. Puff pastry shouldn't be sugary. Although I guess for a pie it should be. Aftertaste is quite nice. Oh, you know what? I'm getting a little bit of apple in the aftertaste. I think it is an apple pie. That might be me imagining it though. But I think, yeah, I think apple pie. Do they make a phyllo pastry apple pie? Isn't that more of like a short crust type thing? Now you're allowed to Google it to see if I'm right. I'll tell you the spelling of the brand name. The Emperor. The spelling is Fujiya. Jiya. Fujiya home pie. I don't like this room. Oh, an apple turnover. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does taste like that without the icing though. Even though it did have sugar on it. Nice. It's apparently a tea biscuit. It definitely does not taste like tea. It's got sugar on it. The flavour is butter. Fuji apple home pie. That sounds like it to me. It did come with a like fold out saying what everything is, but it's downstairs, so I can't check. I'm afraid there's not going to be any closure on that anecdote. These tasty treats are made with dough created from selected fermented seeds, Mount Fuji's natural water, and extra virgin olive oil. Let me hang on. Fuji. How do you spell Fujiya home pie? Alright, it doesn't look like the images I'm seeing immediately. Oh, there's the exact one. The little food blog is talking about it. Let's see here. Home pie. It's one of those flavours that comes tied with a whole host of sentimental memories. What is the... Sprinkled in sugar and infinitely flaky, it's a kind of butter cookie classic of Christmas cookie tins. Okay. Crunchy, sweet, flaky cookie. This is written by an American. Biscuit. That is weak enough to disintegrate into a pile of crumbs the moment it is broken, and sturdy enough to outlast the human race in the event of a nuclear war. Whoever wrote this is insane. But yeah, okay, that's the exact one I'm talking about. So it is just meant to taste like a nice sweet thing. No, that is, well, that looks like them, but the specific one I'm eating looks like it's literally exactly this. This is literally what I just opened. Because it was just like a bag of little treats, it's nothing like super big. It comes with two of them, and I ate like half of one. Anyway, that was the food distraction of the stream gone. We should go to the shop. Well, but like food blogs are just nothing but SEO engines that fill themselves with redundant terminologies because it places them higher on Google. Red hand. You know, why not? Take a chance. Take a chance, take a chance, take a chance on it. Why do I have extra things in my shop? Did the fortune cookie do that?
Justice.
Oh right, so that was a big bag of a bunch of them. Yeah. Yes, Japanese stuff in general, but especially their candies and savoury things and treats and whatnot, very overpackaged. I've learned that from years of being in like monthly subscription services. Although again, I just got that off Amazon. I was looking for like savoury, usually mostly sweet snacks that I could have. Which led to me posting that wonderful review I found on Amazon on my day off. It was a 1-star review of banana chips written by a very nice old lady who was very stern in her opinion, but also exceptionally polite, and wrote her 1-star review like it was a letter, and it was adorable. That is a sweet old lady. It made me smile. Also, banana chips are not healthy for you, but hey, I hadn't had them in a while. So I was looking at them because the place I used to work at sold them. Hello, UVP. We're being tainted, lost, and dying. So what I did for most of my day off, other than the computer cleaning stuff, and I did like generic housework, I ended up playing a lot of Hitman. Playing Hitman 3 on stream has reinvigorated me. I went through all the Hitman 1 and 2 levels, which are built in if you own them already. But it doesn't carry your progress over, so I was just playing through those for fun, and then I decided to like do my favourite challenge, which is suit only, snipe targets, kill only the targets. Can knock people out, but ideally like no knockouts, no changing costumes. Did that in a few of the levels. It was very fun. And time flies when you're doing it as well, just going after the challenges and whatnot. It's proved to be a very nice distraction while waiting for Sunbreak. Which I am very hyped for, especially given that they showed off a bunch more new and or returning monsters for it in the final trailer for it. It's looking good. Hitman was a hit, yes. Haven't had any issues with it blue screening my PC since the one time I did it on stream either. And I played it a lot on Monday. I even played it a little bit today because I finished what I was setting myself to do today. Just a quick painting video, did a little bit of painting, waiting for the package from Amazon to arrive, which was meant to arrive yesterday, but it got delayed. So I was like, I'm gonna play some Hitman, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh wait a minute. Where'd the time go? Ooh. I'm not imagining it. I did whatever it was you were supposed to do that got the upgrade that holy cards are supposed to drop now. Because I remember saying way back, we can't play as this character until I got it, and then I got it for doing something as normal lost. But it doesn't seem to have made a blind bit of difference. Like, we haven't seen one, other than the one you start with by default. Why is the sun coming up? Well, on my day off it was like, hang on a second, when did it suddenly get to the time where I normally like have my post-stream bath? I like the Hitman 3 levels we've seen so far. I would say I agree with the general sentiment I'd read back when it first released, which is that the Hitman 3 levels are a little bit smaller in general, but I feel like they're a bit more densely packed with things to see and do. But they do feel smaller. Like Hitman 2 probably has the best assortment. It does have its own sucky missions, but I think it has my favourite mission as well. My favourite mission is... You know, I'll keep talking, let's do one more run. My favourite mission is probably the American suburbs level from Hitman 2.
Holy cow.
There's just so much to see and do, so much bonus extra stuff. Like you can find the person in the neighbourhood that's a serial killer, and you can do a little Easter egg with her to get a little ghost event, which is fun. Actually, while I was looking around, I found a hidden vault that linked two houses that I didn't know about. I knew about one of the vaults, but there's actually two. So there's still stuff on that map I haven't found. Ooh. Hello Perth, thank you very much for resubbing again for 23 times. You're in the Sunbreak waiting room as well. as is tradition. I'm sure there was other stuff I meant to mention specifically about Hitman. Worst level was definitely from Hitman 1, and I'm meaning obviously the newest trilogy. It's the American, like, personal military compound level. By far the absolute worst. I just skipped it. I didn't do it till today. And I did what I always do, which is, well, I did snipe every target, but I also used a normal gun and killed every single enemy on the level. Because it's just far too frustrating of a level to do any other way. I still haven't done the Ark Society one, that's the other one I don't like, which is the finale to 2. Just because, like, there's nothing wrong with going after the 2 targets, it's just afterwards you've got to get the constant and escort them out, and it's bloody annoying. Cards have a 10% chance of being holy cards. 10%? No, the mod doesn't affect it, that I'm aware of. I feel like we've seen a lot of cards and not one of them has been a holy card. But I guess that could be confirmation bias. What hit me? I don't know what hit me. Well, do I have to shoot that fire? Yes, I do. Oh, here's hoping we see one on the next floor. Well, if you look at the screenshots I've taken on my Steam profile, there's one on that very level I was talking about where I created a body pile. Like, literally, I found one bit where you could only come at me from one direction, which is the easiest way to do it instantly. And then you just shoot every guard, because they'll all come and get you. That's another thing that always frustrated me about the AI in these newer Hitman games. No matter how well hidden you are, if you snipe someone, the AI guards that were with the target will 100% always go to the point at which you fired from, regardless of how far away it is. Now, knowing that, you can manipulate it as a result, but it's still stupid. But I still enjoy doing the sniper only runs of it, even though it's not the most, like, quote unquote optimal way of doing it, because you get less score for not doing accidents and whatnot. You'll have to go back quite a few years, although I don't remember the last time I took a screenshot on purpose on Steam, so maybe we'll not have to look back that far. Well, this is certainly a way to potentially get holy cards. Oh, we got one! Holy shit, just like that. Hacker voice, we're in. It's going to be hard to fit in everything I want to play this week, because I want to play more Hitman 3, I want to finish the campaign. And then I could maybe, I guess, just save like pissing around in the levels in my own time. I want to play more Final Fantasy VII Remake because I'm back into it now after playing it already, but it's fun. Although it is one of those games on stream where people do like stick around, but everyone goes silent. It's just it's a vibe game. That actually reminded me of something else I wanted to talk about. And of course, we're going to be playing a lot of Monster Hunter at the tail end of this week. All of Thursday. I'll probably open Friday's stream with something else first, but only a little. Saturday might be all Monster Hunter as well. Just had to get me right at the end there, didn't you? And there's XCOM to carry on with, yep. Although I did keep on saying, like, you can't say I didn't. I said I'd play it a lot in the birthday week, and then after that it would just be in the normal rotation a little, which is what's happening. My intention is to finish the campaign though. We're 1/3 of the way there, if you go by how many chosen are dead. And we're reaching the end of the tech tree as well, so the tail end goes faster once you have all the upgrades. Ugh, that's not a good draw. I really needed that to stay up. Wait, was this the first floor? Oh right, yeah, I didn't get a stat increase in my first item. Remember, I got the tarot cards. Ooh, that was very close. Although I forgot we do actually have a holy card because I put an extra one. So we still have one hit in us. Ooh! Damn it. We're killing it too slowly. I've already got Tainted Loss fatigue. Damn it. You know, that's enough Tainted Loss, I think.